Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me. Today we're doing a Do We Still Love Her? Inspired by a couple of videos I've done recently. We are gonna be playing with the Melt Mary Jane palette, and I'm gonna try to do somewhat of a wearable look for work today. If that sounds good, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you wanna hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So first of all, I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry my lips are crusty. You might have seen some toothpaste. I apologize for that because I do have to pick out a lippy. So how are you? I'm just dandy. It's Friday and I'm excited for what's ahead today. My sister and I have her holiday event, so super excited to hang out with her and go with her to that, and that is it. So let me know how you are feeling today in the comment section or the chat, and let's go ahead and get started. So this video was inspired by two videos that I did recently. The winter palette video is one.
For some reason when I sneeze, I can't.
That's okay.
But can I get treatment?
Yes, but before you do, over there, can you grab my powder? It's in, it has a black top. No, a square, yes. Now, while you're doing that, why don't you go brush your teeth and get the crust off? Because I just had crust in my intro and didn't even realize it. And that was so sad. I can redo it, but that's not even natural. Like, what? Real person here. Yeah, so let me know how you're doing. I'm excited about going out with her. Okay. That's gonna be a nice time, really nice time. And we don't get a whole lot of time to do things without the children. So I am very excited about that. So, okay, I had moved on. I'm excited to do this video because it was inspired by my winter palette video, and I called Mary Jane my Dirty Snow palette. And I'm also excited because I just bought some items from Melt, and I loved the look that I wore yesterday. So you can check out that was yesterday's video. Really happy, and I just love that I am starting to fall in love with makeup again in a different way. It's not so much about buying, but I think it's more about experimenting with the things that I have and creating different looks. Don't get me wrong, I did buy the stuff from Melt though. I did. And I may have gotten the Purple Smoke Sessions collection while it was $65. I don't know. I'm really thinking about a no-buy situation. I don't want to do a no-buy, but I need to pay attention to those questions. So Ariel and I did a video. It was 10 questions to ask yourself before buying new makeup, and it could really go with buying new anything. And I need to print those out because I know that I have a tendency to get caught up, and I'm sure many of us do, but I'm also enjoying going back and playing with things in my collection. So the goal of this look today is to make something that's somewhat wearable. You know what, this palette and it's so crazy because when I purchased this palette, I almost returned it. I was like, this looks like soot, ash, dirty snow, like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's so grungy. And this was at a time where I was just doing grungy looks, but I think it was just the tones and the neutrals, and those were not what I was into at that time. And thankfully I did not return it because it is discontinued. And I really like this palette. I think that the tones are just so rich. And I did replace this shade and this shade because those shimmers, they just really weren't great. So these two shimmers are from Give Me Glow, but they are the same tones that were in the original palette. So I did want to let you know that in case you see me use them and be like, what's that? So I'm wearing the NARS eyeshadow primer, and y'all can actually see my blush today. It's Gucci Intense Plum.
Yeah,
So I really like that. Make sure you wash your face.
I did.
I know you didn't.
Oh, I will.
I'm trying to help people out. Okay, I'm going to use a BK Beauty brush. This is the 202 brush. Yeah. And when I did this video, I was saying I don't remember playing around too much with this shade Gas Bar. And I might dip into this warm brown stack to kind of offset the depth in this palette. I might not need to, but we'll see. Let's see. Maybe we'll start with Mari first as a transition and something to blend that into. So let's see how this goes, y'all. And let me know if you have the Mary Jane palette and if you still love it. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't want to get makeup on you because I didn't put my. All right, August.
Okay, treatment.
Because he'll decide at the last minute that he needs a treatment. And I'm like, sir, he trying to be all lovey. I love it though, so sweet. Okay. Oh, Marky woke up with a sore throat. I don't want to do that because he could really have a sore throat, but that was my initial reaction. All right, so this is Mari. Oh yeah, see? And I think this palette really takes a light hand. That's the deal with this one. A light hand and a diffusing brush. Fluffy brush is what we need for Mary Jane. I'm so, like, this needs to come on and go away. I'm tired. Like, why are we still here? What are we doing? Oh, so update. I did start a quart of Thorn and Roses. So one of the things I said I wanted to do was start getting into books again, because I watched this content creator and she was talking about how it makes her feel more creative, like she reads before bed. And A Quart of Thorn and Roses is a fantasy romance book, and it's a series. So this is the first one, and there's a lot of background, you know, world building and things like that. But I think I am going to really enjoy it. I've enjoyed it so far, and I've heard people say that it starts off slow, and I'm like, it didn't start off slow to me. I'm on like chapter 6 or 7. So what I do is I do have the book. So I read on my lunch break, and then usually when I'm doing things like taking a shower, stuff like that, I will put it on my Audible, because I have a bunch of Audible credits because I'm paying for that subscription, so I might as well use it. I don't know how many books I would get read if I just rely on my eyes alone. So, I mean, very light here, but I mean, I don't think this shade is gonna really be the scene like that. So now I'm gonna go into Gas Bar, and I'm gonna just start using the same brush on the outer corner. So this one has a lot more pigment, so I'm just dipping into it very lightly. And I think I'm gonna actually put some on the inner corner as well. I'll use a smaller brush for that because I really don't want it to go all over the place. This is a very sooty, grimy palette. And what I like about it is, I don't know, this is probably one of the more unique palettes in my eyeshadow collection when I think about it. When I look at the tones, they're just different. I don't know, it's because you've got these browns, you have these like brown golds, and then you have grays. It's just an odd combination. But I'll tell you, I was not into this palette when it came out. I was like, this is just not it. All the looks look the same. And that was at a time where I was trying to use a whole bunch of shades on the eye. And little did I know, the beauty is in the idea of less is more for me now. How many years later? When did this one come out? 2020? Because I can't remember what did they do. They did Smoke Sessions 2 last year. That was this year, that's 2024. They didn't skip a year, did they? Okay, y'all have to let me know, because now we got to go back down memory lane. I don't know what they did, but I think Mary Jane came out I think it came out in 2021. The reason why I'm saying that is because I started my channel in May of 2020. So I don't know if that's when the original smoke sessions came out. I'm not sure. But I remember this one coming out and saying, I don't know if I like it because, you know, this palette focused more on the actual smoke and ash, you know? So I remember saying that, like, very clearly, but it wasn't 2020. I don't think so. Y'all have to let me know. Now that's Gaspar. I feel like it looks different on my skin tone than in the pan. And I think that was the issue that I was having. But yeah, like, who knew that the beauty is in the idea that less can be more? I love that. I think I'm gonna continue into Gaspar and just put it here. And this is gonna be a pretty bold look for me for work today, but that's all right. You know, somebody at work told me, they were like, you're always so cute. I love your style. And that made me really happy because I've been on a style struggle. So, and this could change, you know, but feeling good right now, whatever phase that it's in, feels really good to me. So even though I'm still evolving, I mean, you know, sometimes I think the whole thing about life and just who you are as a person, I don't know, I always felt like you get to this point where you just arrive, but maybe you never do. Like, maybe that's the point. Maybe when you arrive, maybe like, I mean, if you do, then what's left? I mean, maybe peace, I don't know, but I don't, maybe you're not supposed to arrive. Maybe you're always supposed to change and go with, I don't know, how you're aging and how you're feeling about yourself. Maybe that's the point. I think the whole thing is like, sometimes when you're frustrated, when you don't like how you look, or you don't like how your makeup looks, or you don't like how your clothes look, for me, it plays a big role in my confidence. And I think it might with most people. So when you do find a situation that you are comfortable with, that feels really good. But I know I probably always won't feel this way, you know? But maybe I'm just, will be more aware of the things that I like and the things that make me happy. Does that make sense? But it may always be something that's tweaked. So that was just, I don't know, I wasn't planning on talking about that. I'm wearing my Gap shirt. That's what I'm into right now. And this black one got messed up. I don't know what happened. Like, it almost looks like, just in a way, like I was frying something, and I don't even fry food. So I don't care because it's not $19.99 anymore, and I'm not paying $40. $40? It's actually like $44. I'm not doing that. So I'm wearing this shirt today. I don't care. I didn't feel like it looked that bad. Okay, shimmer time. For a shimmer, I'm not gonna go with my I love that Sweet Lucy. I'm not gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Bow and might put a little Cali on top. I'm just not sure yet. So I'm gonna take a shader brush from Melt. Oh my gosh, every time I think about Melt, I'm like, if they could just get it together. Do you all feel like it was that, I mean, because this has happened several times, do you feel like it's odd that they're able to put their site on sale for 50% off? And I totally get not putting the newest stuff on sale. I kind of was hoping to get one of these mirrors, but then I'm like, but you have one. You see what I'm saying? But I do like that mirror a lot. And that's from the Amore Mariposas collection. That was so beautifully done. So this is Bow using a brush. Oh, I love this. Yeah, that, oh yes, yes. Melt, see, I can't. I'm about to pull out Gemini. I'm about to pull out, well, Gemini 2, I don't know, I took some shades out of that, but I did not throw them away, thankfully. It was just that those reddish tones look the same on me, but once again, it's that whole idea of less is more because I was trying to do too much. And let's like normalize using 2 shades or 3 shades or 1 shade, you know? And I'm finding so much beauty in the palettes that way. It's not muddy, you know what I mean? It's just beautiful. I'm going into Mari with a pencil brush just for the under eye. And it just makes me so happy. And I guess we all get in phases and slumps, you know, but I think it's all about like reinvention and like, I don't know. I do want to get the size of my collection down, but I'm also afraid that in doing that, when certain feelings or things come back around, I will have gotten rid of things. For example, like color. Like I do like color, so I'm not gonna like, oh, I'm getting rid of all the colorful things. But maybe I need to make a criteria for that, for declutter. And just try to save the special things. Cause like, what would it be like if my collection was full of only the special stuff? That's a thought. I'm trying to think, do I wanna go into Cali for just a little bit of lightness? I'm just gonna use my finger because it's a Give Me Glow shade and I don't want it to overpower bow. I just wanted to add a little lightness there. Yeah, like that. I have to think about what makeup I want to wear tonight, but most likely I'm thinking about the Natasha Denona I Need a Warm palette because it's like a pumpkin colored dress, or maybe even the bronze palette will look really beautiful. I'm gonna go into Mary Jane by way of Give Me Glow. I'm just gonna tap it off because this is a bright one. I don't want it to be too bright. This would be great, like I don't have one with me, but talking about the metallic pops as far as the trend, doing like a metallic liner that's, you know, a little lighter would be nice. I'm gonna go into Apricot Cream. Oh, I reordered Rich Brown, y'all, because I don't know what happened to it. And I'm sure I'll find it, but it's not gonna go to waste. That's my favorite liner. And while they're $9, I got Rich Brown and I got Ivory. So Ivory is an off-white, which I think off-white looks better in my waterline than using a stark white one. Like I have the white one, but I don't think I am gonna enjoy that. So I'm gonna go with Apricot Cream today. I'm glad I didn't reorder Apricot Cream. I was like, I really don't think I have Ivory, and I didn't. You know, sometimes I see people and I feel like they just look so put together. They just look like they've got it together. They're so adult-like, and I just feel so jovial sometimes, which I don't think is a bad thing at all. I'm not saying that, but I still feel very youthful, and maybe other people feel like that too. And maybe other people feel like I have it together, but I don't feel like anybody feels. I'm not asking, and I'm not just saying that so people will say, no, I really think you have it together. No, like I really don't feel like that about me. You know, like when I look at my room, I'm like, girl, your room look like a 16-year-old's room. Like y'all only see this corner, but your room looks like a kid that didn't put their toys away. You know, that's how I feel about this makeup. And I'm like, I do really want to get that part together, but that's what it looks like. And I can be honest about it because what? I'll be honest. And I just don't have the storage and the space. And that's another thing. Like, did I even buy makeup for the space that I have? And I never understood it. Like, some of you would say, I'm not buying any more palettes because I don't have any place to put them. Like, my storage space only allows me to have this many palettes. And I'm like, so? Like, and I'm like, no, that was very smart, actually. Because nobody needs to be in an anxiety-provoking situation. Like, oh my God, if someone were to come in and like try like break in or something, they would just fall. Like they will fall over coats and pallets and cords and lights. I almost busted my butt this morning because I have a light going into my bathroom. I was like, what the hell? And the light was on, so it was so bright. Like the way I tripped over it, the light turned, and then all I did was get blinded. I'm like, girl, this is a hot ass mess. You gotta do something. And it's like the pace at which I'm trying to clean up is not suitable for the job. Like, I need to do something drastic, really drastic. And I need to get rid of the palettes. Like, part of me doesn't even want, part of me doesn't even want to go through putting them somewhere and selling them on Mercari and all that. Like, I just need them gone. Like, out of sight, out of mind, because this is craziness. And then I worry, like, will I come back and be like, oh, I had that palette, I don't have it anymore. Like, I was talking about my Odin's Eye, like that legendary Diversa collection palette. I'm like, am I ever gonna wear those palettes again? Besides the red one. I love the red one. But am I gonna wear that? I was thinking about, now my Sydney Grace collab with the Fancy Face, I was thinking about just depotting that. I've worn that palette one time and it's not cohesive to me at all. And I think that's the issue, that I don't know what to do. There's like a couple shades in there that I really like, and one of them, I think this is starting to dry out, maybe, I don't know. One of them is a color like this. It's a color in the palette that's a taupey shade, and there's like this like burnt orange that I think will go nicely with it. But I'm like, do I need the palette itself, or do I just depot it and recycle the palette? And then I'm like, oh, what if I want to build my own palette? See all that? I just need to make a decision. And that's my problem. I'm like, but what if? It was the same thing in the classroom. Like, I had to have somebody like Tyrone would be like, he just opened the cabinet and started trashing stuff. And I was like, but no, what? Trash. And then I was okay. I didn't think about it at all. I have no regrets about the stuff I threw away, except I had these rainbow cases from Michaels. They're called photo holders or whatever. And I used to use those for like games. Now I might have one, but you know, that hurt. Out of everything, that hurt my soul. That did. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It's like a clear case with all these rainbow rectangular little boxes in them, little containers. Oh my God, so great. I like this. This would be nice if it was like, I really want to try to learn how to do a wing for real and have more of a, you know what I'm saying? Because that's not what this is giving. And that's all right. But today's not the day to practice. So we're gonna go into, this is the eye look though. We're gonna go, oh, I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes! 2 minutes! Talking about some old shoot. I was looking for this. I found it was over there. I just didn't look. And this is Dior Alita, I'm certain. And that is my baby. And I'm gonna take this Skin by Kim. This just actually I have other stuff in front of me, but the Skin by Kims are just a sure thing. They just are. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna use this. Oh, I like these. This is the lifter liner from Maybelline. Yes, let's do something different, y'all. Have y'all ever seen Drop Dead Gorgeous, the movie? That's where that comes from, when I go, That's the part where it was like, she was like a beauty queen from the past, but she ended up working for a sausage company. And she was like, I like whatever the name sausages. I like such and such sausages so much. I work here now. But she was talking about the sausages and she was like, I gotta start telling you my movie references because, oh my God, I love movies. I don't go to the movies as much as I want. These are, okay, so everything I'm talking about, these are like random thoughts I have that I will be having in my head. I'm just sharing them with y'all. I'm all over the place, and that's all right. Okay, sorry. Okay. It works. Let me back up. I don't like how it looks right here, but it's gonna be fine. Oh no, like it. Let's fix, okay, ghost. Yeah, this is good. All right, I have to go. So I just have on a Gap. It's black on black. Black on black Gap shirt and jeans today. Nothing to write home about. Bring my case with me. I will not wash it. So that's the look. Okay, so the question is, do we still love her? Absolutely. I love that I'm wearing this palette in, I don't know, I feel like a more wearable way. I mean, you can get super grungy and grimy and smoky with this palette, but I feel like I had a hard time doing a more wearable look in the past. So I'm loving the fact that that can be done with this palette, but it's all about the tools and how you use it. And that's what I'm realizing about pretty much all the makeup that I have. So there's really not a whole need to buy a whole bunch of stuff. It's just change up your technique. Let me take my own advice and get out of here, y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go. Let me know if you love this palette, if you have it, if you missed it. Let me know if you use it. And I hope you have a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another day of Frizzmas. I hope this was therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.